Members of the public often ask, how do I find out my court date in Ontario? To answer that question, you must keep in mind what type of charge were you given. There are two types in Ontario. One is actually a traffic ticket, which we talk about. The other is called a summons. When people talk about tickets, they're talking about both. But if you're asking a question as to what my court date might be in Ontario, you really need to understand the difference between the two. A summons is given to you at roadside, and it will do two things. It will tell you what you're charged with, and it will give you the date, time, and place of where you are to attend court. So that question is answered right there, right on the spot, and you know what to do. And as you attend court, because you must attend court through yourself or through hiring someone like my company to attend for you, to assist you. But on those particular matters, you always know when your court date is by attending yourself or having OTD Legal there for you. A ticket, the actual ticket, where you have a fine on the matter, and they're usually yellow, it requires that you do something more with it. So if you do nothing with the ticket, you will never see a court date, and you will simply be convicted in default, which simply means if you do nothing, you will end up with a fine in the mail that you are commanded to pay. If you do the next step, if you file that ticket and you want to fight that ticket, you will inevitably get a court date. It will be mailed to you, and you should get that in your mailbox. You can read that, you'll find the date. Oftentimes in Ontario, these are busy offices, and that may not happen, or mail gets lost. I think we all know that. You can do one thing to check on that, and that's simply looking it up online. And you can determine exactly when your court date might be. Once it's properly filed, once they know you're looking for a court date, they will post that for you and you can look it up online. I would provide you all of those details, but OTD Legal is simply all over Ontario, and that is just simply too much information to be providing you in a very short video. The other way you may do that is that you know where you filed that particular ticket, and you may call the court. And you can ask them using your driver's license number or your address or your name or the number at the top of the ticket to determine when your court date might be. There are challenges in doing that in Ontario since these offices are quite busy. You wait many hours, and sometimes, certain days it's almost impossible to get a call through. But inevitably, if you are successful getting through by calling, they will in fact provide you that particular date. So again, just to recap, there are two types of procedural streams for tickets in Ontario. One are the traditional tickets under Part 1, and the second procedural stream is under Part 3, and those are called summonses.